If you want to be coached by someone that podiumed their first ever MX Land event, then click the MXP Coach link in the description to book a one-on-one session with me now. Back to the video. Alright, what's up boys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we are on Into the Wild by Punker Jeffy. Now Punker Jeffy's been gone for a while, I don't know where he's been, but I've not seen any tracks of him from a little while. So W Punker Jeffy, he is back. We loved up Punker Jeffy. Brings out probably some of the best free tracks you can probably ask for at this point. But yeah, the GOAT is back. And yeah, it's nice to have a little soundtrack from him as well. Usually, I'm not a sound enjoyer, as most of you know. However, today, as I'm recording this, obviously it would have already happened by the time this video goes out. But we have the MXGP of Lommel, which I don't know. I'm very 50-50 about it. Whether I'm excited or just scared that it's going to be horrible. We watched the track preview the other night, and yeah, it looks very difficult, which I was kind of expecting, but when the guy that's, you know, making the track and then running the lap on it, Beakley, is struggling quite a lot to get around the track, it does not really fill me with too high hopes. But yeah, then again, it's just a track preview, so it's not like he's going to put a burner down and post it. He's just showing off the track, but there were a few little near misses, let's say. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping that we can learn the track. The only issue that I have with soundtracks, the one thing that I really struggle with on them, is it's more like a Supercross track. You're learning like a 3-minute Supercross track, so it's hard to sort of get all the rhythms and everything down, because they're more like rhythm lanes and just holding it wide open, jump. Because when you go to a normal outdoor track, it's like outside, inside, scrub this, launch this, you can double this, go to the inside here, outside here, boom, that's the track done. When it comes to the soundtrack, it's like double this, double that, triple this, inside here, inside there, outside, double, hit the triple. Like, it's more learning rhythms than I feel like just like learning a normal outdoor track. And yeah, I feel like it just takes me a very long time to learn the track. So hopefully we can sort of learn the lines pretty quick. Might even end up just getting, if someone's streaming it, might even just end up throwing one of their streams on just to try and copy the lines or something. But yeah, I'm hoping that I can just get a good start like we did at Lavia. Just get a good start, be out front, and just kind of relax a little bit. Coming from the back of the pack in a sand track is not where I want to be whatsoever. That's going to be the super difficult part, is coming from the back. But my last few GP starts have been somewhat decent, other than, well, the thing is, I had good starts last week, but I just screwed them up on the first section. I literally crashed in the exact same spot twice, so I just pretty much screwed myself from the get-go then. But my actual starts itself, getting around the first and second corner and stuff, have actually been decent, been like top 5 in them. So yeah, I need to basically just get a good start, be up front early, and then I can just sort of settle, get into my own pace. Now, I'm not saying that I will do super well, because obviously there are people that just come out of nowhere and are really good in sand. So I'm kind of just hoping that I can just get ahead of some good sand riders and just sort of run my own pace and just stay ahead of them. But yeah, it's going to be difficult, but at the end of the day, just trying to do well in the championship, I guess. So if we don't do too well, as long as we can just keep gaining points, it is what it is at that point. But yeah, hopefully we can just do alright. But yeah, this track, I was riding it a little bit the other day with Jake, so I have ridden this track before, but I've only ridden it for like 10-15 minutes with Jake, while the real life Supercross was on. So I just sort of was riding this a little bit in between the modes, just to get a little bit of sound practice in. And SPX sent me another sound setup as well, so I basically just got on that and wanted to just test that for a little bit as well, which is what I'm on now. And yeah, I think the suspension I'm going to be using feels good, feels like a decent controllable kind of sound setup. But yeah, this isn't like a super difficult soundtrack by any means, but it's more for me just to sort of get a grip on the suspension and just learn and just practice the traction, I guess you could say. And yeah, just practice getting a flow going. I feel like any sound practice is good sound practice for a soundtrack. I feel like they're all kind of the same, very bumpy, doubly kind of launch this, launch that, and yeah, you just got to kind of figure out the lines nice and early. But yeah. And yeah, Supercross is all done now. Supercross is done and dusted. Supercross went okay, to be fair. A little like overall kind of view of it. We've got our first 450 heat win. We had a 250 heat win, but now we've got our first 450 heat win, which is nice. I really wanted to check that off the list. Obviously, get on the podium as well. Managed to get onto the podium in Birmingham. Did it the hard way for a triple crown. I think we went 5-3-4 for 3rd overall in a triple crown. So that was pretty fun to do. That was pretty sick to get my first, well, not my first podium, but technically my first official podium, I guess you could say. I've had a podium before. I had a podium at SMX, but that was just from someone being DQ'd that I got a podium. So it's technically not my first podium, but it was nice to get my first official podium, I guess you could say. We're actually like on the night finishing the podium, but I didn't actually know. I thought I got 4th overall, and then when the my MXB like what's it called, results come up, then I realized, oh, I did actually get on the podium. So I didn't really celebrate it like it was a podium, but yeah, I went to look afterwards after the round, and yeah, it turns out I did get on the podium. So I was pretty happy with that. I was pretty excited with that. But yeah, we had many top 5s, we had many top 10s obviously. Yeah, if we can just be a top 5 guys this year, was a little bit harder than last year, I do want to say. I feel like we had more people come over. Obviously we had racks as well this year that come over. So I feel like we had a couple more players that were comp than what we usually do. Obviously each year the game gets quicker and quicker, more and more people get quicker. People that you were beating last year will then be beating you the next year. Or people that you're normally battling with all of a sudden drop off. So it's a little bit of both. You've got to kind of just take it. You've got to kind of guess when you're coming into the year. You can't really come into it because don't forget, it's pretty much a year later. So there's a lot of people that have grinded since then. So you get some people that are like, oh, I can beat them any day of the week, and then you race them again and they're absolutely rapid because obviously it's been like a year since you last raced them on Supercross or something. So yeah, you can never really tell. But yeah, I'm hoping just to carry some MXB GP float. Obviously being a top 5 guy in GPs, I do want to carry that float going into the real life, going into the AMA Outdoor Championship. I always start off really slow. I really struggle on open and round, and I don't know why. But yeah, round 1 for me, Parlor. Never done great at Parlor. I don't think I've ever even had a top 10 overall at Parlor, which is not great. But that will change this year, boys. We're going to try and get a top 10 at least overall at round 1. Because round 1, I always start off really slow. I did it at A1. I think I got like 11th or something at A1 or something like that. And yeah, it was not where I wanted to be whatsoever. So yeah, hopefully we can actually start the year in a good position and not have to fight from the back like we usually do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of this is my first year doing a full GP season, so I'm kind of hoping that was my issue, that I never really did GPs. Everyone that was doing GPs come into outdoors with a good flow. They've already been racing outdoors for 2 months before, and I obviously wasn't racing anything. So yeah, hopefully with me doing the full GP season now, hopefully it gives me a bit more momentum, gives me a bit more confidence going into the outdoor championship, and then yeah, carry some flow and momentum going into that. But yeah, I think that will do it from me. If you guys do want to get this track, it is completely free on OC Mods. Very happy to see Punker Jeffy back. Not sure where he's been the last couple of months, but he's back. He's dropped another banger, and for once, I'm actually kind of glad he's dropped a soundtrack, because obviously he's dropped soundtracks before, but I'm kind of glad that he's dropped a soundtrack this week, so I can practice it a little bit for Lommel. Obviously, Lommel is going to be a lot harder than this, but nonetheless, sound practice is sound practice. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Peace.